foot inside his house. He could let her go, but that would mean the loss of what might be his sole opportunity, and failure in his first significant challenge. The sorcerer had little sympathy for failure of any type. "How can I persuade you that I mean you no harm?" he asked. "I swear to you that I will do nothing to you without your leave, and that I will not force that leave-giving." "Will you swear by the Blessed Virgin Mary?" she asked, disbelievingly. "I swear it by the Blessed Virgin Mary." She watched him for some sign of disaster, but there was none. He had not been smitten for false swearing, therefore it must be safe. Still, her doubt loomed almost tangibly. "Come in before you freeze," he urged. "I have a fire within." That did it. Her shivering was not entirely from fright. "Remember, you swore," she reminded him nervously. "By the Virgin," he agreed. She stepped in through the doorway, her eyes fixing on the fireplace within. There was indeed fire, radiating flickering heat. He had banked it so that it gave off little smoke and warmed the chamber without depleting the air. It was one of the arts the sorcerer had taught him. Jolie knelt before it, extending her hands to the warmth. Now the threadbare nature of her garment became evident. The light of the fire shone through, showing her thin arms. And there were holes. But she was oblivious. For the moment, that warmth was all that she craved. Parry closed and barred the door against the wind. It was of stout oak and chinked around the edges, but some draughts still leaked through. He went quietly to his pantry, which was a niche to the side, separated by a dark linen curtain. He brought out a loaf of bread, a cup of butter, and a jar of blackberry jam. He set these on a tray and added a pitcher of goat milk and a knife and 2 mugs. He brought these to the main chamber and set them on the wooden table. "I have food," he said. Jolie tore her rapt gaze from the fire and turned to him. For a moment her eyes met his. Then she turned away without speaking. "For you," he clarified, picking up the sharp knife. She looked again and screamed. She lurched to her feet and ran for the door. She would have been out and away, but the bar balked her. "No, wait!" Parry cried, dropping the knife and hurrying to join her. "I meant—" Perceiving herself trapped, Jolie turned on him a stricken countenance, then fainted. He caught her as she fell. It was no ruse. Her body slumped in rag-doll fashion. He had to transfer his hold from her shoulders to her midsection as she sagged. She was so light she seemed indeed like a doll. There was little flesh on her bones. He tried to walk her to a stool, but couldn't make it work. Finally he picked her up and carried her. He eased her down by the fireplace, propping her against the warm hearth wall, then fetched pillows for comfort. In a moment she recovered. Her eyes popped open, and she glanced about like a snared bird. "You are safe, Jolie," Parry said quickly. "You swooned, but you are safe." "The knife—" Then it burst upon him. The knife! He had been about to slice the bread, and she had thought he meant to use it on her. No wonder she had spooked. "I gave my oath," he reminded her. "No harm to you." "But I was cutting bread for you." "But the sacrifice—" "My oath," he repeated, "by the Holy Virgin. You can trust that." "Yes," she agreed dubiously. "I am going to cut you a slice of bread," he said carefully. "Or you may do it yourself if you prefer." "No," she said, evidently afraid that the knife would turn in her hand and seek her innocent blood. Parry picked up the knife, slowly, and oriented on the hard loaf. He sawed through it, severing a thick slice, and set down the knife. Jolie's eyes remained locked on the knife throughout. She relaxed only when it left his hand. "Would you like butter on it?" he inquired, "or jam?" "Oh, my lord," she